The gospel today shows us the wisdom of Christ. And as we can see here, how the Pharisees and the Herodians, who were both representing the religious leaders of his time, and also the secular leadership at that time, and how they were really seeking to trap him, asking a question that is very, very controversial. And probably if he makes a wrong answer, then they can accuse him. But here we can see the wisdom of God, because they would really want to say, because the word comes out there that he's to be the king. And probably they thought that he would cause an uprising against the Romans or something like that, or an insurgency will happen. But we can see here the wisdom of Christ and how he was asked, to who are we supposed to pay? To Caesar or to God? Here we can see here that how Jesus asked for a coin. And then from the coin he asked them, whose inscription there is? And they said it was Caesar. And the wonderful thing that Jesus said, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar, and God the things that are God's. Children, we are called to be children of the light. And here we can see here that how Jesus truly shows us the kind of life that we live in this world. He shows us that we are to be good citizens of wherever God has planted us. In our case, God has planted us here in the Philippines. Then we ought to be good Filipinos. In a few days we will be celebrating the Heroes Day, and yes, the other day we just look into the life of Benito Aquino. People are looking for heroes, and in our nation they're really looking for a very good example of what a good Filipino would be. And Christ is showing us what it is to be truly a good Filipino. That is to obey the things of the land, being good Filipinos, doing the things that are required of us. In very, very small things, like how do we handle garbage? Are we only to throw garbage there, here, and there? Or how do we handle ourselves when in crossing the street? Small things that show us that we are good Filipinos. We render the things that are of this nation, the things that ought to be. And then we are also called to be true Christians. That means we are truly people of Christ, who obey His word, who obey the things of God. Like we are good tithers. We give to the church. We give our substance to God. We obey His word by reading and meditating on the scriptures. Being truly good Christians. So, brothers and sisters, here we are called to be the children of light. And in order for us to be the children of light, we have to be, first and foremost, really people of God, showing forth the light in everything that we do. And also being good Filipinos. And that we can truly be heroes. We look into heroes, but the true hero is really being a good example by which we live our lives. Amen? Amen. So, the next time that you bring up your coins, you see heroes there. You can be your own hero by being a good Filipino. Not because of just being a good Filipino, because you want to glorify God. Because He is your Father. It's all Jesus. It's all Him. He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He is the one we worship. And we want to show forth His light to the world. Please stand.